Well, hello there and welcome to my workshop. Now in this series I'm building a classical style acoustic guitar, but with a difference. I do hope you'll join me. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my workshop. Now, I think this must be about episode 21 in this epic series of me trying to make a classical style acoustic guitar. And we are getting there very slowly, but in this episode I want to tackle the inlays on the fretboard. So let's get on. Now I think my first job is to inlay these little dot markers. And what I've done, I've tried to recreate the shape of the Morecambe boat that I'm going to use for the bridge. And so I'm going to sort of mirror the bridge positioning shape, if you like, on the fretboard, so with the boat going upwards. And I'm going to follow the line of the frets, because this is a fan fret guitar. I think that might be quite good fun. So I've just laid them out. Now I'm going to mark their positions more accurately. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I started this and now I've stopped and started again because the thing that was missing was the centre line down the middle of the neck. I hadn't done that, and you need to do that before you start. And once you've got the centre line, you can then find the centre of the fret, which is here. Just there. And now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of double-sided tape on there. A little bit of this horrible cheap stuff that I got from a pound shop, but it does the job because it's transparent. That's what I need. So let's try again. So I want it to sort of match the angle of those lines there as near as I can. Good, that looks good. Right, now then, I need to just gently cut this out. Right, take that off. Take the double-sided off if I can get it off. Like so. And then hook out the middle. There we are. So that's where I've got to make the slot. Let's get the Dremel. Now I've got this, so it's really tightly fitting. I think it's going to go in there, but in actual fact what I think I'm going to do is just chamfer off a little bit of the bottom of this shape here, because I don't know if you can see that, but it's going down at an angle. So get a bit of sandpaper, just take the bottom corner off a bit. I think I'm going to be able to knock that in, you know. Right. Time for a bit of super glue. Or do I knock it in and super glue it afterwards? There's a good point. Now I think I'll put some super glue in there first. And lightly tap it in. Yeah, I think that looks good. Only 5 more to go, so I'm going to get on with those and come back to you in a bit. Okay, so I've got the dots in. The next thing to do will be to put these dolphin shapes in, and that is how I wanted to do it. I think that's going to look really nice, but it's getting a bit late today, so I'm going to come back to this. Okay, it's a new day. I'm back and I'm ready to start inlaying dolphins. Now, when it comes to design and style and being artistic, I'm afraid I'm not the brightest light, but I think I've got a reasonable idea of how to do these, and I sort of like that positioning for that one. So I think that's the one I'll start with, and then just follow on with this one. Got to be really careful with this one because it's very thin. It may well break, so yeah. And that one there. And yes, they're all pointing in exactly the same direction, but I don't know. I think that's probably the best I'm going to do. Okay, let's start with this big boy. So I do need to mark this one off. Now, first thing I've got to do is draw the centre line back on again, because I appeared to have sanded it off. That's the centre there. It's not the centre, is it? It's not the centre at all, Dave. It's the centre of the tape, not the fret, which is rather silly. That's the centre. Right. Now, I want to leave plenty there. I want the Dolphin to appear to be jumping into the fret and not right to the edge. So I'll just peel this back, get a better idea. I think that's okay. Right, now I need to cut this out very carefully. Right, I think that's okay. I'll just prise this off now. I cut my nails really short because I like them really short for playing the guitar, but it means I've got no nails to try and pick this stuff up with. Yeah, we've done it. Right, somewhere in there's a dolphin. Can we find the dolphin? Yep. There we have the dolphin. Now I need to mask up and get on with the Dremel. Well, look, it's taken me about 30 minutes to get that into there. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm going to have to fill in with dust and glue around the edges. I mean, no matter what I try and do, always going to get some gaps, but that looks like that's going to go in. That's pretty wedged in now, so I think the best thing I can do is to squash it down and then put some glue around it. I think that's going to be the answer. Well, that's certainly pushed in. Don't think it's ever going to come out. Right then, well, I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea and then I'm going to come back and do the other two, but I won't film those because I think I've probably showed you enough of me struggling to get an inlay in. But I mean, that's how I do it. So I thought this time I would show you it all, warts and all. Anyway, I think that cup of tea's calling. Right, well, I've done all those inlays and yeah, I think that's probably all the inlays I'm going to do on this guitar now, because I've done quite a few, as you will know. But I think they look reasonable. Obviously, I need to fill them with a bit of dust and glue. I've also got the little inlays on the side there, the side dot dolphins. Yeah, so they're looking all right. Whew. Now, it's been a bit of a long video, this one. I just wanted to show you my process for doing these inlays. Obviously, it would be a lot easier with a CNC machine, but, well, I'm not a traditionalist, but I just love the tactile experience of doing it by hand. I mean, I spent my life working on computers, so the last thing I want to do there is sit in front of a screen and draw things up. I'd much rather be out in the workshop actually doing the work. And it may not be anywhere near as perfect as a CNC machine, but yeah, it gives me a lot of pleasure. Anyway, thank you once again for watching. Hope you'll stay with me on this series. Thank you for all your fantastic comments. They do guide me in building this guitar. So yeah, really helpful. Anyway, I'll be back soon. In the meantime, stay safe. And hey, if you're interested in guitar building, why don't you join us on the Guitar Builders Collective chat every Monday night, 10 o'clock UK time. I'll put a link in the description below to the channel. It's a great chat about guitar building. See you there. Cheers.